Good morning, peeps. Yo, it is currently Friday, I think the 5th. We're about 5 weeks out. Tomorrow officially 5 weeks out. So got a lot going on. A lot since I've done a lot of vlog. It's been a while since I did a vlog, so I gotta hop on here while I get my supplements together. I can't be showing you the NutriCross brand. I gotta show you the Revive brand. That's the ones that they the ones that sponsor me. But um life has been hectic, life has been crazy, but life has also been amazing the past couple weeks. um I mean, I said it in the other video, but I'm gonna say it again because this is my personal vlog. But became a partner at Bolt, and we're opening a gym. So today we got a lot going on. We signed our first athlete to Bolt, so I'm excited for that. We actually signed two athletes, so we got Hunter and Roy on the team. It just made sense. Like it was a little stressful because as I was signing my partnership with Bolt, what I didn't know was my boy Tony was also trying to get them in as well. But it worked out. I think I was able to help because the owner and partner at Bolt, Mark, you'll probably meet him today. He's not familiar with the bodybuilding space. So my job, let's explain what my job is at the office. Obviously my social media is a big driving part of it, obviously, but one, I basically a lot of my job is consulting. So I do a lot of consulting when it comes to the athletes, what they should make, what they should be paid, what they should be given, what events we should attend in terms of bodybuilding events, what events we should attend in terms of um, like maybe FIBO or different events that aren't specifically bodybuilding, but within the fitness space like that. Also getting our foot in the doors in terms of distribution. Currently, we can ship overseas, but we have no distribution overseas. So um, I think I just made my first deal with Hong Kong, so that's a good paycheck increase. Um, but yeah, basically trying to get the brand worldwide, and in addition to that, making sure the equipment is up to par. Because I've learned a lot over the years. I may not be the most science based guy. I don't talk about moment arms and levers every fucking day, but I know it. From my time with Joe. And I understand biomechanics, and I'm learning engineering as I go. And yeah, so when we're making equipment, we're making sure equipment that we have is up to up to snuff. I guess that's the word. I don't know what that sounds weird. Up to par. And we are getting ready to make a lot of new stuff. So currently, in terms of equipment, we got like a right now, like a year timeline. The first thing we need to do is create new selectorized equipment. That's the pin loaded stuff. That's what we have the most complaints about. I'll keep it very transparent because if someone buys some shit from me and they don't like it, then that's the end of that relationship. So, with that being said, we got the pills together. With that being said, I forgot what I was saying. With that being said, I've suggested to all the companies buying stuff from us currently not to get that and just to focus on the plate loaded stuff. What initially drew me in was because there's a lot of old school equipment that I think is dope, right? And but that old school equipment isn't made anymore, so it becomes like a hot commodity on the market. So they'll have, say for instance, the Magnum row, right? Initially, it was probably around. I'm moving around a lot. Initially, it was probably around like I think like $3,000, maybe even $2,000 to buy brand new when it was in production. But now to find those on the market, they're like $15,000. So, and that's ridiculous, right? So Mark was having trouble with his building his own unique machines. So he started to recreate machines that were out of use. And so I went there because I'm a huge fan of Arthur Jones, and Arthur Jones was the guy that made Nautilus. Arthur Jones is also the father of the guy that made Hamstring. Crazy world, but it's crazy because Nautilus is such a great equipment brand, and Hammer Strength is not. It's way more popular, but maybe it is. I'm gonna get out of it. So anyway, uh, that's how I initially found the company. I was looking at their stuff for the gym, and he saw my interest in like equipment. Like I was breaking down stuff. I knew kind of where he got certain ideas from. Even with his unique pieces, I saw how he kind of created it, and I gave my feedback, and he loved it. So it was just two nerds nerding out about equipment, and he saw the value in bringing me on, and it's a blessing because like I've been in the sport 12 years, and I've been trying for at least like 3 years to get with an equipment company. And time after time, they would hire someone else, they would hire someone else, they would do a deal with someone else, and it got to the point where like they basically understood that they saw no value in me, where I was trying to get equipment for my Olympia prep, just 3 pieces. And it took them 3 months to even say, hey, you still need that equipment. And at that point I signed the deal with Bolt. I love the owner. I think he's brilliant. We're still cool, and he actually congratulated me on the deal. But yeah, go where you value. When I made the deal with the gym too, I had all these people come out the woodwork, like saying, "Hey, bro, I would have did a deal with you. I would have did a deal with you." And I'm like, "But you did, but you didn't, right?" And if you truly saw the value in me, you would have spoken up like this guy did. Tony with Wolf. And I said "and" a lot this video already. I feel like 2 minutes of it is "and," but I just was polite. Kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I was polite, and I kept moving. But let's take these pills. There's a lot. I've been putting my pills in soy sauce containers because I just do that. One more, I forgot, and we're good to go. All right. And then you just slurp it up. Uh-oh. Oh, good to go. All right, I guess this should be a bit of a prep series instead of just a daily vlog. So it's still pretty early. Got my day started a little bit later than I would like at 7:30, but here to do some cardio. Right now, I hurt my Achilles tendon some kind of weird way. I have no idea. I just woke up being 31 years old, and so it hurts. But we're gonna do some cardio, and we're gonna do it on the this machine here, the Arc Trainer. I would normally do it on a treadmill, but stretching my Achilles too much is bothering a lot. So I'm gonna do it here. We got 30 minutes to start with, and then we'll go do some posing because I ate some sushi yesterday on coach's orders because I dropped 2 pounds like within a day, and we don't need the weight dropping too quickly. I'm already not the largest individual, so maintaining that size and fullness for me is going to be very, very important going into the show. So be back in 30. Peace. All right, we got a sweat on. Pretty good. Right now, cardio sessions are also classroom sessions, so we're doing the Joe Bennett Hypertrophy Coach University. Right now, we're on the section with just the basics of line of force. Ooh, that's bright. Sorry. There we go. So yeah, we're doing lines of force right now. Next up, we're going to be talking about bracing, and yeah, it's pretty good so far. So if you're looking to learn, it's a nice course so far. All right, let's go ahead and pose. Whew. All right, so the lighting has changed here a bit because Someone stole the light switch, and I'm not sure when they're gonna return it. So, not much I can do about that. So, let's go ahead and set up. Alrighty, guys. So, posing is done, and now we're preparing for the day. We're headed over to Bolt Fitness Supply to film Hunter and Roy's announcements for working with the brand as new athletes. I don't know how long it's going to take, so I'm going to bring enough food to last me like 6 hours. So I'll bring 3 meals with me just to be over prepared. Right now, carbs for breakfast are at about 50 grams of cream of rice, 20 grams of almond butter, and 2 scoops of protein. I have switched to what is it called? Stovetop cream of rice. It's like 100 times better than doing it in the microwave. And it took me like 3 years to figure that out. For the most part, I just don't like. I didn't like. I don't know. I thought the microwave would be easier, but it's honestly not. Especially with cream of rice, because you got to put it in there, take it out, put it in there, take it out. You know. But real quick with the posing, I guess we'll do a voiceover of today's posing. And I've changed up a lot of like the way I hit shots this time around. So, obviously I've been working with Chris Barnett quite a bit. You guys saw a little bit of that going into the Pittsburgh and New York. But basically what I wanted to do was I actually crowdsourced this from Instagram. I asked Instagram what they thought of my posing. And I did one more like Might Hit Sears where his legs very much in front, just standing up tall, hitting it. And I did the classic way I hit it, where legs are even to the side or parallel with each other. And I have my hip tilted. So they said to do a combo of both. So if you look in the posing video this time, I put my leg out front, like put my leg out front, but I still tilted my hip, tilted my hip. So I loved it. I think everyone who saw all 3 thought that was the best version. That was the one to go with. So, 12 years in the game, still learning new things, man. That's the biggest advice I can give people, man. Like, you never stop learning. There's always something you can find out more. And your body's not the same. Like, I've grown like quite a bit. Like, my arms have gotten a lot bigger, as you can see. They're not like rollies or fills, but they look all right. And I've gained like 11 pounds since the last time I was on stage. So a lot of things I was doing then to hide weaknesses and to show strengths, my body's completely different. So I got to kind of relearn how to best present my physique, which is a cool problem to have. It makes things fun again. I think that's part of bodybuilding, like always trying to get better, always trying to evolve, always trying to improve. That's like a core, like fundamental thing that comes with bodybuilding. All right. But going on to the rest of the shots, not much has changed. The only other change was I changed my foot placement in my side chest. So you know how people say put the ball of your foot in the arch of it? I move it back to more so like where the heel is. And I saw Justin Badarina doing it like last year, and I just thought I would try it. So, I always try to be observant, again, because you can always learn from people. And I like that as well. And lastly, the back pose, something that Joe's been telling me for years, but I just would not listen, was in my back pose. He thought like, everyone they like arch a lot like this, right? He was saying to be more upright when you do it. So I did that like 2 days ago. And even to another point, like, so I incorporated that, number one. So I stopped arching so much, like at the more so at the lower body, because obviously your spine is like this, and you can curl your spine like each vertebrae, a lot. So at this lower part, I stopped leaning back like that as much, because I made my erectors look all lumpy. And I took another tip from Steve Weinberger. If you go back to the New York Pro video when he was helping me pose, in that front relaxed, he was saying bring my chest up as high as I can. So I just meshed the two together. So more so upright in the lower. Basically, my whole spine is a lot straighter. So hips are straight and upper body is rotated up as much as possible. And like it made my lats like so much better. Like you can't tell in this video because the lighting is garbage. It's good for my front poses, but for my back poses, it's too much. Anyway, you can see it. I don't like the way my back looks in that lighting because it's all over the place. But yeah, those are the two major changes I've made with my posing recently, and I think it's gonna help quite a bit. Like I was really unhappy with my back for the last couple of weeks, and then I did that change, and I was like, holy crap, you know, like it's crazy how much like, especially I think there's no other body part more so than like your back that can like change drastically because you can move like your quads are just you can't do a whole lot with your quads, you know, because there's not a lot of like joint or like movement you can do there. But like with your back, there's a whole lot of things you can do, you know, that change the way it looks, you know. So very, very cool, very interesting. All right. Real quick, we got a new protein coming out soon. I'll show you that. Pumpkin cheesecake. It's pretty dope. Comes out on the 12th if you want to get it. My personal favorite is still the lemon cake. So this is still number one for me. Key lime is number two. But this pumpkin cheesecake is dope. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I just have a preference. It's just a preference thing. Like they're all great. But yeah, we're gonna next steps for the day. Meal prep, drive to boat. All right, all packed up, ready to go. Real quick, in the bag here, we got 200 grams of what's in this one? 200 grams of yak, 200 grams of white rice, and 100 grams of zucchini. And in this one, we got 200 grams of kangaroo, 200 grams of rice, 100 grams of zucchini. I know you guys are probably wondering, kangaroo? Yeah, kangaroo, ground kangaroo. Very, very lean, as you can see. What is that? Yeah, so very lean. 23 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, 0 carbs, 100 calories. So, from time to time, I like to eat a little bit of weird meat. That don't sound right. Anyway, yeah, I go to the store. They have some in Florida where I used to live, and they have some here. It's called Wild Fork, but you can, I think, order that online on Fossil Farms. I'll eat kangaroo, yak, venison. Gator is really lean, especially if you want to mix it up from chicken or fish. It's like both put together. So like if you tied it both of them and tried together, it's pretty damn good. The only downside is all that meat is very expensive. It's like the gator is like $20 a pack, and it'll last me just like 2 meals. So that's not something I would eat regularly, just because it's budget wise, it's not very friendly. Yes, your boy is still on a budget, despite opening a gym and becoming a partner in a business. I have yet to see any money from either. So money's coming, but money's not here yet. Yo, once you start seeing me eating gator all the time, then you know, like, okay, nah, the checks are coming through. But until then, no, a lot of money is going into the gym, because obviously we don't have any members yet. So funding that is really, really draining me financially, but it'll all be worth it, you know. I like to tell people, what I grew up hearing is basically like, there's times to sow and there's times to reap, meaning there's times where you invest a lot in something, and then there's times where you reap those rewards. You know, you get those payouts. So right now we're sowing the seeds. You know, I'm from the South. My uncle was a farmer, so I get that reference, you know, really, really well. Sometimes it takes months or even years to see the fruits of your labor And yeah, we're working towards that. But now we're headed to the car. We got our food for the day, and we want to do some cool work stuff.
Whenever you're done, so we're ready. He's like, all right, sign the papers. Yeah. Folk gets first one child naming rights. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All the beeps.
I know, right?
What's up, guys? Full transparency, it's been about, I think, 3 days since I filmed the first half of this video. We went over to Bolt and things took a little bit longer than expected, so I had to push my training back to Saturday. And on Saturday, I was unbelievably stressed out. We had to have a very serious discussion with one of the employees, and I still trained. I got my workout in, but I wasn't in the headspace to film. So here we are. So it's cool though. You get to see some cool stuff today. Today we're bringing in Hunter's equipment into the gym, and then I'm going to train on it. So I'm very excited for that because I haven't got to train on the equipment like a hardcore workout yet. You know, I've put some weight on the machines at the warehouse. I've tested everything out, but I haven't got like an actual workout yet on the equipment, which is a little weird to say, but you know, it is what it is. With that being said, some of the things I was talking about the other day in regards to kind of how I got to, you know, this position to where I'm a partner or, you know, part owner of a equipment company, got my own gym. You know, I personally think it's like every failure in life that I've had has gotten me closer to this point. It's been more so like a learning lesson or experience, you know, something that I needed to be able to handle the things that I'm handling now. And you know, so just to tell you guys this, basically, you know, it may suck in the moment. You know, things might not happen the way you want them to happen, but I think you should trust that, you know, whatever it is in life, if you learn from it, you can grow from it and you can use that experience to make you a better person. So, yeah. Um, Only other update, since I don't think I actually did, like, I've been talking about a lot of stuff going on, but not really like myself. Uh, I've been getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep lately. Very, very strange, right? So I don't feel tired at all, you know. But I find myself getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning, and even like I've taken like 20 milligrams of melatonin, and it has not helped. But I feel so energetic. I feel so focused. I feel like really, really good. I don't know. I definitely, obviously, sleep is important. So we're gonna. I think I'm gonna add back in 5-HTP because that worked really well last prep, and we'll go from there. Food is at a decent level. I think you guys have been seeing, you know, 50 grams of cream of rice in the morning, 2 scoops away. The next 2 meals would be 200 grams of rice, 200 grams of beef. You saw that earlier. After that, my pre-workout meal would be like 100 grams of cream of rice, 2 scoops of whey, 15 grams of almond butter. Post-workout, just a shake, 2 scoops. And then from there, beef. Beef, we're doing 200 grams of beef, 100 grams of white rice, and the last meal, 200 grams of beef. No carbs, just veggies. So I think that's still a good amount of food. It's not high, but it's not low. And at 5 weeks out, it's appropriate, you know. So things are good, and I'm excited. You know, I'm reading a new book. I know a lot of people like to listen in for what I'm reading, and right now it is Winning by Tim Grover. I just finished Relentless. That was also really good. Now, for me personally, I could not listen to Relentless in other times of the year because like some of the stuff he says, I feel like it's like almost detrimental to every other aspect in your life. Like he talks about like it's okay to be an asshole, it's okay, you know, to treat your friends a certain way and all these other things. And I'm like, that's not something I want to do or something I want to be, you know. But I do understand the importance of focusing on yourself, like near the end of prep. And that's when I think I can actually utilize that type of information. So whenever you're reading one of these books that I recommend, try to understand that, like, not every lesson in that book is for every moment in your life. You know, they apply to certain seasons. So yeah. I've been really focused the last few days, guys. Like, it's been intense. Like, I feel like I have two sides, Terrence and Ruff Diesel. Terrence is more calm. Terrence is the more artistic side, and Ruff is like the stuff that gets you through the shit, right? It's the version of me that I have to watch my mouth, because I like competition. I like talking a little bit of shit, but I understand not everyone can handle that. I get very intense at times, and I feel that coming out again. I just feel a little bit more comfortable expressing that side of me, you know? So I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. And yeah, let's get to Hunter's Gym. Look who just showed up. Hey. Woo, baby, there we go. Nice. All right, guys, so we just put in all the new stuff into the Labrada gym. We got Mark over there on the Zeus. This is the new hack squat coming in. We got the brutes right here. So the cool thing is we got these cool adjustable handles that most of these don't have. Got my hands full, I should probably put this down. We also brought in the Hero. So very similar to like a mid-row hammer strength, but a little bit of an upgrade there. Same with the seating. We brought in the Attila. So you guys know how I like the adjustability or the second peg for a different resistance curve. I don't think you need 3 like Prime has it, because I don't see the point in having something for the short range. But we got the mid to lengthen. What else did we bring in? Oh, the Ronin, which is, give me a sec. There it is. Here it is there. No, it's not live. All right, we definitely won't put it in there. We just put in some new handles for the longevity of the machine. So instead of like the plastic and the rubber, this will last a lot longer having steel. Also, the last piece we brought in is the Magistrate. Very cool piece. The adjustability of these handles are super, super nice. You can go get from here to there. So you can do neutral grip if you want to. You can do the traditional wider grip if you want to, whatever you're feeling that day. And we got Logan over there, Florida champ. Hey.
Cherry pick, brother.
He's about to pick the music. Yeah, that's it for now. All right, guys, so we're gonna film some stuff for both today, so I won't be talking too much. I felt like I already talked a lot, but we got Eric here. He's gonna be filming me. He's the head media guy at yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's the CEO of cameras and videos. But yeah, so you guys are here to follow along. I might do a voiceover to kind of explain my workout, especially since we're using a lot of new stuff. But yeah, stay tuned. We started out with DUI rows, as you can see here. Basically, the focus was my mid back, so like my traps and rhomboid area. I wish I could get a little bit wider, so that's why you see me with the seat so far back, just to give my upper arm a little bit more ability to abduct, to work a little bit more of those rear delts. Next up, we did a flat press on the Attila. Really like this machine. Basically, I want to marry every single like flex leverage piece we have with a second weight pin or weight horn, whatever you want to call it, just so that you have a really good ability to control that resistance profile. We did 2 sets here as well, and I put my hands on the more of a neutral grip just because you can activate a little bit more of those upper chest fibers that way. Next up, we did a neutral grip pull down. Normally I would do these single armed, but with this machine, I just wanted to try it dual. And it felt great. I think the width was perfect and the resistance profile was awesome as well. I don't think we need to add a second peg on this one. I mean, it wouldn't hurt because it would never hurt to add a second one, but it felt great. Again, we did 2 sets here. This is actually the first true workout I've had on the bolt equipment. I was really excited to get everything into Hunter's Gym today and actually get the first true workout in. So next up, we did a shoulder press. Now, normally I would do like an incline fly, but with me doing the neutral grip on the chest press, I thought it'd be a cool idea to do a neutral grip on a shoulder press as well. You're still getting some upper clavicular fiber work, but a little bit more front delt. So I think the crossover was fine. I think I'm hitting everything I still need to hit. And yeah, I just wanted to try the machine out, to be honest. And next up after that, I wanted to focus in on some erectors. Like, I thought that was a big weak point during my last show. In the past, I've tried to do like RDLs and things like that, which were some erectors, some hamstrings, some glutes. But I always had issues with my psoas muscle, like a muscle deep within like your core. So I had to talk with the owner of this company and ended up buying this piece just because I wanted to really be able to focus in on training both my erectors and my hamstrings when I got the chance to. It took me a while to figure out how to use this machine best, but I finally got it figured out, and it's been amazing so far. No pain whatsoever, outside of just like the pump, right? After that, we did shoulder raises. We only did 1 set here, if I'm not mistaken. What I did not catch on film was I did some rear delts as well. So basically, I didn't feel like I got enough work done on the DY row with my rear delts, so I went and tried that as well. But 1 set there and 1 set on the side raises. I know I'm doing a little bit more than I normally would, but I'm recovering well and things are progressing. So, that's my standard for everything. That's my test for everything. If I'm recovering and I'm improving, then it's okay. If I'm not recovering and improving, then there's something that needs to change. Woo, workout is done. Now, dude, that was my first time working out on the, like having an actual workout on the boat equipment, and I loved it. Like, it was really, really good. In terms of pieces, I like them all. We already are designing an upgrade for like the Smith shoulder press, in terms of I want to be able to like have it incline just a bit, just so that I can hit some upper clavicles, upper chest, like a high incline press. So that's the only change we're looking to make on that piece right now. Everything else I think was perfect. Oh, the DY row, we want to add just like a center handle when you're doing neutral grips. So like pew. And I think the piece that's perfect right now is the Ronin and which is the pull down and the press. The press was like a 10 out of 10. Our Ronin's maybe like a 9.5 out of 10. We could probably like maybe change the angle of the handle just a little bit, maybe. But nah, I loved it. Like, it was way better than the last one we had in there. Way better. So again, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. So Logan liked the equipment. He was there today, and Hunter is gonna test out some of the stuff today, see what he likes, to see if there's any improvements we can make. And it's really cool, man, because like, Mark obviously values our opinion, but it's cool because not Logan, but me and Hunter work very well together. Obviously, I've known him for years now, and he's one of the smartest open bodybuilders I know. He even surprised me a few times this week. I think he may be better in certain areas than me, and I'm better than certain areas than him at this point. I think he's slightly maybe slightly better in biomechanics, and I'm slightly more knowledgeable in like physiology now because I keep up with like Chris Beardsley. But dude, it's a good fit. It's a really good fit, and like I'm enjoying the business side of things, right? Obviously, like I need to slow down because we're I think under 5 weeks out now. But like I feel good. I'm excited. I'm happy. You know, but obviously to keep this going, I got to keep my eye on the prize, right? And the prize is the Olympia, and also to have a partner like Mark that understands, like, yo, you can't be going anywhere anymore. Is also a good thing, you know. Some people would try to take advantage of having an athlete like me and like try to wear me out, but he's not doing that. So very, very cool. I think we're gonna end the YouTube video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to ask me any questions. And again, sorry for the short hiatus in terms of videos, but we're back on track now, and I'm excited to keep showing you guys what's going on. Peace.